service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC and Jib Jab greetings. I'm Bud Lowell, and your full AccuWeather forecast is always on top of your CNC local page. The drop in gasoline prices across the Rochester area slowed down over the past week and appeared to come to a stop this past weekend. According to the American Automobile Association's fuel gauge report, the average price for a gallon of unleaded regular went down by just 1 cent per gallon last week across the Rochester region. The Rochester average price had fallen by nearly a penny a day through most of June. The average price in the 5 counties around Rochester was $3.54 6/10 cents on Sunday, 1/10 cent less than the day before. Not much of a price drop, but still a drop. A week ago it was $3.55, a month ago $3.75. The New York State average price is now $3.63. The cheapest price we saw this weekend was $3.42, and that station was up by a penny from our check the week before. The downward trend in oil prices that drove down the gasoline prices reversed last week. AAA's analyst says the price surged by more than $7 a barrel after the European Union's economic summit agreed on measures to help bail out the Spanish and Italian economies. That was an increase of nearly 10% at one stroke. The price dropped back by more than $1 later that same day, but it was the fourth largest daily increase in crude oil prices ever recorded. Oil dropped again slowly over the following days, but still finished the week higher than it started, and that has put the brakes on our gasoline price drop. The New York State Department of Transportation holds a public meeting Monday evening presenting its recommended alternative for unscrambling the interchange between Interstates 490 and 390 and Lyle Avenue in the town of Gates. This is an open house, 7 to 9 p.m. at Gates Town Hall on Buffalo Road. Officials will be there with displays about each part of the project, answering the issues raised at a public meeting held 2 years ago. Phase 1, ripping out and replacing the Lyle Avenue Bridge over 390, is scheduled to begin in 2015. The biggest part of this will be realignment of the 390, 490, and Lyle Avenue interchange so traffic coming on at Lyle Avenue doesn't have to merge clear across the expressway to exit left onto 490 westbound. To do that, 390 will fork at Lyle Avenue. Through traffic going south will be diverted onto new lanes and away from the drivers merging on from Lyle. 390 northbound drivers will get their own direct connection to Lyle Avenue, so they don't have to make a similar cut across 2 lanes of expressway traffic to get off onto Lyle Avenue. And there's more. This is a multi-year $70 million job. It will add additional safety lanes and realign many of the on and off ramps between Lyle and Lexington Avenues. Once it gets going, it will mean construction slowdowns and detours on the western expressways for several years. This seems to be the day for highway news. New York State troopers start cracking down on speeders in and around construction zones on the New York State Thruway this week. Operation Work Break runs through Friday. It's reminding drivers to slow down and be aware of construction zones and road crews around them. A Norondikoit woman completed a 24-hour run over the weekend, covering more than the distance of 4 marathon races in an effort to raise funds for Heritage Christian Services. Kelly Nash ran on a treadmill at the Peters Family Life Center in Henrietta from 9 Friday morning to 9 Saturday morning. She covered just under 106.5 miles in that time.
The highlight has definitely been having folks from our day camps come in, and they've been running and walking on the treadmill next to me, which is awesome. And now I have the guy from Special Olympics running with me. It doesn't get better than that.
Nash is a marathon runner and the volunteer coordinator for Heritage Christian Services, which supports people with developmental disabilities. She made the run to support the Christian Legacy Mile and 5K race coming up on August 25th. That annual event raises about $75,000 to support the organization's efforts. Rochester police are investigating 2 shootings over the weekend. A 20-year-old man was shot in the arm early Sunday morning on Lakeshore Boulevard near Durand Eastman Beach. He was taken to Rochester General Hospital by private car, and police say no suspect is in custody. In the second incident, a Rochester man was shot in the thigh on Shelter Street near Flint Street. Police say the victim was picked up by a private car on Flint and taken to Strong Memorial Hospital. His injuries are likewise non-life-threatening. On this page, you can find links to these and other stories at the bottom, links for you to use in that gray bar down at the bottom of the page, and you can post your own news copy, your updates, sports, events in your community, salutes. Just send them right to us. We'll put them up here. Next news as it happens, updates when necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.